The Shape of Terror, the rise and legacy of Pinhead. In the pantheon of horror icons, few are as hauntingly unique as Pinhead, the demonic leader of the Cenobites and the embodiment of forbidden desire. Born from the twisted imagination of Clive Barker, Pinhead is more than just a monster. He is a philosopher of pain, a harbinger of agony, and a legend that has stood the test of time. The birth of an icon. Pinhead was first unleashed upon the world in Clive Barker's 1987 horror masterpiece, Hellraiser. Adapted from Barker's novella, The Hellbound Heart, the film introduced audiences to the chilling world of the Cenobites, sadomasochistic beings from another dimension, summoned by a cursed puzzle box called the Lament configuration. Doug Bradley, an old friend of Barker's, was cast in the role, and it was his calm yet commanding performance that transformed Pinhead into the unforgettable figure we know today. While credited simply as the Lead Cenobite in the original film, fans quickly christened him Pinhead, a nickname Barker himself initially disliked, but one that would stick. A monster unlike any other. What sets Pinhead apart from other horror villains is his sense of control and purpose. He isn't driven by revenge or primal instincts, but by an unwavering commitment to his duty. Unlike slasher icons like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees, Pinhead doesn't stalk his victims. Instead, he is summoned, brought forth by those who dare to solve the Lament configuration. His presence isn't an accident, it's a consequence. Pinhead himself describes the Cenobites as explorers in the further regions of experience. Their purpose? To grant pleasures beyond pain. Of course, for those who summon them, the reality is far more horrifying. The Lament configuration, gateway to hell. The Lament configuration is the key to Pinhead's world, a deceptively beautiful puzzle box that serves as a gateway to hell. Those who solve it are granted an audience with the Cenobites, but the price is steep. Designed by Philip Lemarchand, a fictional toy maker with a dark past, the box is a recurring element throughout the Hellraiser series, tying the films together. It symbolizes humanity's relentless curiosity and the dangers of chasing forbidden knowledge. Exploring Pinhead's origins. While Pinhead's origins are shrouded in mystery in the first film, Hellbound Hellraiser 2, 1988, delves into his tragic past. Before becoming the Lead Cenobite, Pinhead was Captain Elliot Spencer, a British soldier during World War I. Disillusioned by the horrors of war, Spencer sought solace in hedonism, eventually discovering the Lament configuration. His transformation into Pinhead marked his descent into a life of eternal torment, stripped of his humanity, but gaining his terrifying sense of purpose. The rise of a franchise. The success of Hellraiser spawned a franchise spanning over 11 films, with Pinhead at its center. From the nightmarish depths of Hellbound, Hellraiser 2 to the more action-packed Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, Pinhead evolved into a figure of rebellion, breaking free from his masters and seeking dominion over Earth. However, the series faced criticism in its later years as subsequent entries moved away from Barker's vision. Despite this, Pinhead's chilling presence remained a constant, even as the quality of the films varied. Philosopher of pain. Pinhead is more than just a horror villain. He's a philosopher of the grotesque. Through him, the Hellraiser series explores themes of desire, obsession, and the blurred lines between pain and pleasure. In one of his most famous quotes, Pinhead warns, "Do I look like someone who cares what God thinks?" This rejection of morality and embrace of chaos is what makes him so compelling. He's not merely a monster, he's a force of nature, a reflection of humanity's darkest desires. Legacy of the Lead Cenobite. Over 3 decades later, Pinhead remains a symbol of horror that is as thought-provoking as it is terrifying. His image has inspired countless artists, writers, and filmmakers. In 2022, the Hellraiser franchise was reimagined with a fresh take on the story, introducing a new Pinhead played by Jamie Clayton. This modern revival brought renewed interest to the series, but the original Pinhead, portrayed by Doug Bradley, continues to reign supreme in the hearts of fans. Conclusion. Pinhead and the Hellraiser franchise reminds us that the pursuit of desire often leads to unforeseen consequences. With his commanding presence and chilling philosophy, Pinhead is not just a villain, he's a legend. And as the man himself once said, "We have such sights to show you."
Bloody Mary's Horror Stories. Watch, like,